Doren Sanford was born on the 25th of September 1985 and was raised in Tok, Alaska, with his large extended family. Those who knew him described how he loved the outdoors and had an adventurous spirit. He also enjoyed building stuff and fixing stuff. Doren was very hands-on and was always involved in some sort of project, and this would be something that he would branch out into later in life. Come 2020, now aged 34, Doren lived in Anchorage, Alaska, where he worked as a heavy equipment operator. His love for fixing things had led him to recently start his own business, which he called Sanford Home Repair and Remodel. Doren still enjoyed spending time in the outdoors, but now he enjoyed sharing his adventures in the outdoors with his Rottweiler companion, a dog named Groot. Doren and his dog were very close, and the dog would often be found by his side. In August 2020, Sanford headed to Fairbanks to stay with some family friends. It was here, according to his cousin, that he was also looking at some property that he was interested in buying. At some point on this trip, Doren's dog Groot had escaped the property, and on August the 28th, 2020, Sanford headed out looking for his dog and was walking in the area of Airport Road in Fairbanks. He would never return. Sanford was close to his extended family, and the family remained in close contact with each other most days. They spoke to Doren often and were made aware of his plans to buy land in Fairbanks. So when no one heard from him in 2 weeks, the family began to worry. He was not the type of guy to just vanish without contacting someone. His mother, his brother, someone. When the family still didn't hear back from him, they reported him missing to the Alaska State Troopers on September the 14th. Searches were held shortly after Doren was reported missing, but the harsh Alaska winter and snowfall unfortunately caused all searches to be suspended. Investigators next looked at his cell phone data and bank accounts. However, no activity was reported on either since he disappeared, and this was the same with his social media presence. Early in the investigation, authorities followed up on a tip that Sanford's Rottweiler Groot may have been euthanized at a local dog shelter in Fairbanks. However, the dog in question was described as being very violent, a behaviour that was never described of Groot, and after they reviewed that more closely, they are no longer sure whether this particular dog was actually Groot. Lieutenant Jess Carson of the Alaska State Troopers added that he believes that finding Groot may lead to more answers on Sanford's whereabouts, and is asking the public to call authorities if they recall seeing Groot around this time. Anyone that recalls spotting a Rottweiler with a tail that is not cropped during early to mid-September 2020 is urged to call authorities. Troopers then focused on interviewing and talking to people around the Fairbanks area. There are witness accounts that put Sanford in the area around August the 31st, although I'm unsure how many or how reliable these witness accounts are. Lieutenant Carson told Dateline troopers believe foul play is suspected in Doren's disappearance, and reiterated that they believe they've spoken to people who know what happened to him. Lieutenant Carson added that this includes a young woman who he says has given information to people in the community that places her with Doren and knows what happened to him. He added it's time she comes forward and gives us the information we need to find Doren and give his family closure. In the months since Doren's disappearance, dozens of tips have led troopers to different locations, and although troopers would not go into any specifics due to the ongoing investigation, it appears nothing was found. For the family, the following months were hard to endure. Doren Sanford's mother, Liz Webb, spoke on video saying she'll never give up looking for her son and encouraging the public to go to the authorities no matter how small the detail or how in depth. This is my child, this is my son, and I would like for him very much to come home. I ask you to help me and my family. Despite this, the case went cold. On the afternoon of Saturday, March the 19th, 2021, at the intersection of Airport Way and Cowell Street in Fairbanks, community members held signs of missing loved ones like Doren Sanford. The signs were displayed at each corner of the intersection. Drivers would honk and wave, and some would even pull over to ask questions about the cases, as well as share their stories about the missing persons before their disappearances. The families had achieved their aim, which was to keep these cases in people's minds. A Facebook page, Find Doren Sanford, has been created to share developments in the case, and a $10,000 reward is being offered by the family for information. Despite the hard work of troopers and the family, Doren's case remains unsolved. Jess Carson and the Sanford family both appealed to the local community for help. Someone knows what happened, and it's going to take someone's conscience telling them to come forward to resolve this case.